We have a warning from the auto industry, Auto Insider's subprime bankruptcy, which you guys know, cue the fire, a second time. I actually didn't say it, but remember the last subprime thing? Well, it's happening again, and defaults are on the rise. I was going to say have risen for 9 out of 11 months. I don't have 11 fingers. And also breaking news, insider, you guys, my subscribers, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And this just came across, so it's top of mind 1 hour ago. Buy and Sell World, thank you for that. That would be a pawn shop owner. Well, I don't know if I'm assuming you're the owner. Bravo, my pawn shop is booming because everyone is broke. So for those of you that wanted good news, own a pawn shop because you'll make a lot of money. And cue the fire a third time. I don't know. That would be financial advice. But RV sales also are plummeting. Didn't see that one happening with that big rubber band. Everyone go buy it. You're locked down. You're like, I don't want to be locked down. Let's go drive around. There, Karen, and then Karen and, Roger, they're like, this marriage isn't working.
Bravo, did you mention me?
Oh, Karen, I did not mention you, nor would I. You scare everyone. And who are you doing in the Oval Office?
She's with me right now. She'll be right back.
Wow, crazy. We even just had the president on the channel. That'll really boost some views. But instead of also looking at how everything is collapsing, we need to look at those lines to go, okay, where are we really going in the economy? Where are we really going with auto sales? Oil. I'm throwing some Bitcoin in on you. And I might even squeeze in a little gas on you if you're nice. I may take one more little swing. Probably not today. I need to give it a little bit more subprime. Man, I'm sorry about the voice. Ever since the vid, you guys all get that? It's that, what just died in my throat? Subprime? No, I do not want your newsletter. Subprime auto lenders folds. Is that too many plurals in there? As more Americans fall behind on car payments that they bought, and now what's the average monthly car payment? It's like $800. That is ridiculous. You want to know what car I drive? It's right here. It's a shoe. This is my car. It's moves very quickly. And no, it is not electric. But these cats, American Car Center employees, that's it. Go. You're done. Jerome 1, Americans 0. A day after it pulled a $220 million bond sale. Just when you wanted to throw debt on people, you just decided to go with your heart. But the shutdown comes as more Americans are starting to fall behind on their car payments because we have a booming economy. And the distress cycle is rapidly accelerating. Let's just keep this party a-going. We keep a-going and I'll keep a-showing. Auto defaults rise 9. I'm going to try new fingers this time. 9th time in 11 months. All right. So that means there was a couple in there that you have bounces. And that's another people that don't understand. What people don't understand is that it doesn't matter what industry you go like this. It bounces on the way down. So even though the market's up today, even though the stock market does not predict, it has nothing to do with the economy. It never has. But people are like, wow, the market's up today, so the economy must be good. No, it's not. I mean, if you really want an indicator to tell you if the economy is good or bad, one, ask your neighbor, but then ask your neighborhood, and then that'll kind of give you a better picture. But look at oil. If there is no demand for oil, which that is what's happening right now, people are not out there. China Open, they thought everyone was just going to rush to the streets, party, buy stuff, need oil. Where's that demand? It's gone. Also, copper, great commodity to take a look. What are we doing? But more so oil. Look at oil. Demand, yes. No demand. Economy, no. Also, wages. That's a good one to look at. If wages are going up, but bravo, wages are going up. Well, now you do that. You take wages and subtract inflation. So you might feel richer and tell your friends, I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figure income earner And yet you're still you can't figure it out. You're like, why am I broke? More than half of Americans raking in over $100,000 a year. I remember back in the day, I'm like, if I can clear 100, game over. I mean, in this day and age, what is it gonna take? What, $250,000? And then you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck? Marry my wife. You'll always be living paycheck to paycheck. But $100K in half. Imagine what it looks like for everyone else that's not even making over 100,000. They're just like, can I have a stimmy? They're debating, should I drive to the food bank? How much is that going to cost in gas? Am I going to survive? And the answer is probably not. I mean, even though, you know how you're really rich with the stimmies, everyone, had a lot of money and you ran out and you bought that RV. Now you got to fill it up. And you're like, ooh. Oh, and also, I mean, if you bought it and it's an adjustable rate, or whatever your financial condition was and is now, you're hurting. And Camping World is saying you're hurting. Lower RV sales and margins likely ahead for 2023. And I honestly don't know what and margins ahead. Oh, and margins likely ahead. I don't know. That's why I'll trade your little ticker symbol. And for those of you that it makes complete sense, that is okay. Just thank baby Jesus that you don't have this brain. It's a struggle up in here. The RV industry, see, I understand that, is expected to see a big drop in RV sales in 2023. You can see 2022 was horrible, like December, the peak. We have these, it goes up, now we go down. But I want to look at CWH, that's their thing, and then I'll get up there. Oh, Bitcoin's down. Okay, there was a line I want you guys to see. CNH, remember that, kids? Pure cane sugar. Wow, I have a trend line already up. Did I already trade this thing? Golly gee willikers, but we want to know what's happening right now to Camping World. Well, let's go back, just so you can understand setups. Also, at midnight, that's it. All prices go up. I've been warning you for at least a week, so today is your deadline. If you're new, start with a swing trade. See how it goes like this? Yes, and then you're like, oh, I'll put in a buy right there, and you write it right, and then you exit. Same thing, but you're under the 200. So this is how you would trade it, a bear. And since it is Camping World, a bear would be apropos. But on this, see this pattern? It's a triangle. See the green, and it goes all the way into the apex, and it has to break one way or the other. Now, my call would have been lower. Why? Because you're under the 200. But look, we're doing it again. And let me just clear off a few more lines so you can see it. Okay, so here was another trend line. Don't break it, right? If you break it, you're going to fall. That's what we do. And you put in a short right there, and you make money on the way down. The 200 week, that's actually the 200 week. That's the 200 day. So the choppy one is your week. Couldn't even get above that. Smacked its head right on the 200 day. What do you think's going to happen? Actually, let me move this line for you. You see? You see? This is all you do. We just move lines. If you drop underneath that, I got to be careful, otherwise it'll put in a trade. Because you're climbing, you're like, I can make it. I think I can. I think I can't. And tell me that 200-day moving average has saved so many lives on this channel. I mean, look, from top to bottom, and it probably even went low, you lost over half of your money. Everyone needs, end of the world, everyone buy a camper. Well, if the charts are telling you no, don't do it. You swing above the 200, whoop, and sometimes I get a little dangerous like I did on Nat Gas, but that's okay. I'm experienced. I know how to put in a stop loss. I also know that I'm going to sell, which most people, when they're upside down, they're like, oh, I'll hold it until the one day it gets above what I bought it for, and then I'll exit. Also, if you're new, I know this must be so confusing, but again, even confusing by me saying that the stock market and the economy is completely separate. I could show you going back to a bazillion years, even when we lost a sitting president. He got lead poisoning in the back of a vehicle, right? Driving down the road. And the stock market that week went up. You would think like, oh my gosh, right? Nope. Went up. The same thing with the Fed game and the economy game and this and that. It's just trade the lines. Again, and also start with swing trade. Learn there. And if you're so confused and you're like, you have 3 courses or 4, I have 4. You do all of them for $199, 4 payments. Like, this is crypto. There's a crypto course. I trade this different than I swing trade, and how I do my bear market. I do that different. And people they were confused. Like, why don't you just all put it in one? You'd be so lost. It'd be like spin you around like a piñata. Well, spinning the piñata really wouldn't do anything. It's spinning you blindfold. You'd be like just swinging. But believe it or not, even on Bitcoin, this is spot on so far. And then it goes into the confusing area where I'm like, that's up to you there, John. But this last bump was out of that falling wedge. Should have went right there. And then look, we find support, and that was it. Now these things that are happening, I have a red line. That was a negative divergence on the MACD. Nothing made sense, but okay, something's making sense. You have that trend line right there. All right. So also you hit your head on the 200 weekly, got rejected. But you just want to know, are we going up or are we going down? Well, let me just tell you, you're in a good spot. You just don't want to break that green line that you're currently under. Also, the last few price moves, okay, you came up here, see, you go up, boop, boop, see, new trend line, and you form a new pattern. And you can't get above that 200 week now, can you? So what happens? It gets rejected. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to go under this line, okay? If you go under that line, well, then things get a little bad, which it did. Then you don't want to go underneath this line here, which you did. And honestly, this pattern looks like the Hamburglar, and I think it's gonna take your hamburgers lower. Also, more momentum to the downside using the MACD. These are all the things that I look at. I mean, if you want to accumulate, I've been saying anything under 20K, not financial advice, just paper trade, knock yourself out. Okay, it's a hard one to trade. You don't want to go under your momentum under that 50. You get under that 50 and all of a sudden it starts triggering things. And these are called oscillators. It's all in the courses, which I would highly recommend. So you come to my channel and this actually makes sense to you. Kind of like this bad boy. This was the fart machine. Some of you guys actually went really deep and you said you're actually the swing on that. If you just moved your line a little bit more, that is where I entered. That's where I exited. That is it. So here we go on another swing. Just be careful. See that blue line up there? That's not even your 200 daily moving average on gas. That's your weekly. The other 200 is way the hell up there. But you want to know, can you come in? Is it time? The answer is right there. In my swing trading course, that is where you put in a buy. You do not exit until it closes below the red. But I'm kind of waiting on more momentum here, which you actually had way back there on the MACD. Look, that's called the MACD is going up. That's a negative divergence. When MACD goes up and price is going down, that means at some point that's going to reverse. And I'm just like, is it okay? You had 1 day. Do you have 2 days? And no, not 2 days. Believe it or not, that one right there was the first swing trades on this chart, natural gas, since last year. You do need to understand that these trades take a long time to set up. I also have a watch list of stocks that I am trading. Take a look at it if you are interested. I cannot go over all of them on the channel because people that don't understand charts are like, what is this? I know most people just want to come over here and go, okay, Market Insider, tell us the news, right? Tell us what is going on. Okay, I don't know. This is the bear market playbook. Okay. Investors should follow as stocks prepare for their next bull run. Well, let's do this. Tell us, Brian, a bear market in stocks typically ends during a recession. Well, we're probably never going to be in one, so not after one. Okay, now here, and when the Fed tightenings, and so let's all front run the Fed. I do believe that that's what people are gonna do, but everyone thinks from there they're safe, and that is the trap, and that is the rug pull that I call the beauty pageant in the stock market. It is. They're gonna get you. The market has gone too far. Chief. Now we got a chief global strategist predicts when the Fed will cut rates. Oh, hey, look, isn't that Saved by the Bell? What's Tiffany? I was wondering where that Tiffany went, because if you're too young, you're like, It's that one over there. We know where he went. We were just trying to figure out this one. Didn't this guy do some stock market thing? You know, when you're I don't know, I could be totally wrong, but when you take advice from Zach, but then again, you're taking advice from Johnny Bravo, another cartoon character. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when's the Fed going to cut rates? I showed you. When the Fed funds rate, that the banks lend to one another, which they actually don't need, there's no requirement, so they can lend away. It doesn't even matter. But anyways, here's the narrative. When the Fed funds rate, that's that orange line, crosses the blue line, which, yeah, look, but Bravo, it crossed it right there. I'm like, big picture, you guys. Don't like, the second it touches or crosses the tip, you're like, front run. The Fed has to tighten. Then it goes down. Also, yeah, so the market will rebound, and then it will crash. But this is currently where we are at. This is, again, this is the 2-year yield, okay? Because the bond market is the entire system. It's a debt-based system. It's all run by bonds, and actually it got pretty close right there, right? You still got to go higher there, Jerome. Get it up there. Come on, take your little blue pill, and you got to cross that. And I said, you don't want to cross that red line. You definitely don't want to find support on that, and you better pray that was just a throw over. Otherwise, everything goes out the window, and it's not going to look good. But it's that red line right there that I cannot get unless I fixed it. So looks like that probably was just a throw over. I'm expecting rates to come down. We'll see. I don't have a dog in this fight. I have a little dog in this fight because I own the bond market. TLT. Again, that's an inflation-deflation play. If you think we're inflation, short this bad boy, right? That's it. It's inflation forever. Hyperinflation, go buy gold, even though that probably won't solve your problem because it's just money. But this is the play. Inflation, deflation. If you think deflation, buy this. If you think inflation, you short this. This is in an ascending triangle, which it's bullish. So let's see if it goes up there, or let's see if it breaks that and retests all-time lows. But like always, trust the charts. Look at the charts. Trade the charts. Also, today is it. Midnight. Boom. All the prices go up. So if you want to learn how to do this, and if you don't, it's okay. I'm still here. I'm here for you. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.